And here is one of the famous Benfica Eagles' victory, all glorious, soared and swooped around the stadium of light. And tradition has it that if the eagle lands precisely on its perch, it will be a good night for Benfica. So the omen is bad indeed.
Hello guys and welcome back to Dino Bino FM. This is episode 6 in my Benfica save. Now there's been some utter madness going on. Absolute madness. Hence why I've called it transfer madness. And I've got a bit carried away. I said last time we're come back for the Porto game. Well, it was a little while. We've come back for a Porto game, as you can see in the top left. However, it's not the game we were expecting. And the reason that was, as said, there's been just transfer madness. So what I'm going to do now is just go over the transfers, go over who signed, who haven't, who is coming, who's gone out, and then we'll go from there. And then we'll also catch up on all the statistics of people that have come out, gone in, etc. And the statistics of the matches, talking absolute. I was just so excited for this video. Right, so let me just tell you on the outs first of all. A couple of players were on the fringe end of my squad. I wasn't really playing this guy. I've got a lot of youth players that play in those positions, so I boshed him out for 4.6 million. Next one is Raul Jimenez. Didn't play him at all. We signed before I started the game. They signed him. Wasn't my type of player. Sold him 4.6 million. We took a 400k loss, but I don't care. We got rid of him. Got him off the transfer list. Now I've got a couple of youngsters that have gone out on loan to Orlando City that were doing really well in my B side. I think they'll do really well out on loan. Hopefully develop it more and playing a lot of football. Now we've also got in a couple of players, as you can see here. So actually, another player we've sold. We've sold this Talcans geezer. I just didn't rate him at all. My scouts say he's good, but if you look at his stats, he's got good stats, but he hasn't got one standout attribute. He is only 22, but he's just not my type of player, so he's off to Wolfsburg as well to join Jimenez. They're obviously best mates, that's why he's gone. Sending him out on loan, again to get first team football development. He's having a few games over there as well. Hopefully help with his development. Lopez, got rid of him, 8 million quid. Just because we've got an absolutely quality centre-back in for half that price, which you'll probably see as we go back, but we'll go through that in a minute with you. And also, I've got this guy who's gone out on loan to Real Madrid. The reason I did that, he is rated quite highly, his stats are strong around. However, I wasn't playing him hardly at all, so I'm hoping going around Madrid, get a bit of playing with better high quality players. His rating is to develop as he's been there. As you can see, a couple of his attributes have already started improving. So hopefully he'll come back next season, being a Portuguese player, and he gets straight back in the first team. Right, into the ins. So Nang in first on loan. Unfortunately, as soon as I loaned him, he played. As you can see, he played one game of sub in the league, scored a goal, and then he got injured. So he's actually out for 3 to 5 weeks. But I think he's a good young player. He's 21, striker. I wanted him a striker, a bit more pace, good finishing, or average finishing to be honest with you. But off the ball's good, acceleration's good, and I think he could be a good signing. We've got an agreed fee on there for 10 million quid, so it could be a possible guy I could bring at the end of the season as well. Now, banging signing, Supertidge in for, look at this bargain price. Boom! 2.7 million. I couldn't believe it when I saw him on the transfer list. He's a very, very good centre-back. Strong in the main defensive areas. You look at heading, marking, tackling. He's jumping reach. He's got reasonable pace, positioning. Is very good as well. He's brave, he's strong. So I think all these attributes for a centre-back, and his strength 16, all these attributes for a centre-back are very good. He's been off to a fantastic start for the club so far. He's already scored 3 goals for me in the league. He's been so strong in terms of being in a centre-back partnership with Balanta. They've been very, very good. The next one is Bekovic. As we know in this save, we've had a few problems with the goalkeepers, some stupid things, and we had Caesar, which used to do my backup number 2, but he's 34 now. So I brought this guy in on loan. We'll get to in a minute. We've made a fantastic signing on a free transfer, which I absolutely bounce off the walls about, but I'll get to that in a minute. But he's been so strong since he's been in. 9 games, conceded 7 goals, 4 clean sheets already. Really impressed by him. He's really helped the team out defensively as well. Next one is Gonzalo Martinez. Fantastic talent. 22. I'm trying to train him at the moment to become a centre midfielder. I think he's got the attributes to be like an advanced playmaker. But at the moment, his main strength is a winger or in attacking midfield. And he can also play up front as well. So he's got some very good attributes. Again, it's a really bargain price. If it doesn't work out, I can always sell him on 2.8 million. It's not breaking the bank, is it? You know. So got him in on loan. Signed him for 2.8 million. Good signing. Next one. Yes, love this guy. Got this guy in on loan with a view to sign for 7.5 million. Fantastic player. He's 20 years old and he develops into a bloody wizard on the wing. Absolute wizard. He can play left or right. He's predominantly right footed. Got some really strong stats. But what I like about him, he's pacey, he's got flair, and he's got dribbling. So I want a guy that can beat a player on the wing and whip the ball in there to Djokovic, Jonas, Barbosa, whoever's up top. He can whip it in there for us and get us that result. As you can see so far, he's played 9 games, 3 games as sub, 2 goals, 7 assists. We're talking about assisting, and he's doing the job already for us. So that's a very good signing on loan. But as I said, I've got an agreed fee for 7.5 million. The next one, can't believe we got Dortmund must be having a shocker in the league. They're having a mass clear out. Got Sven Bender in for 2 million quid. Again, he was on a transfer list. I couldn't believe it. We need a centre midfielder, as in the previous episode. We had a lot of injuries in centre midfield with Bekovic and Kubas. Look at this guy's stats. He's got 20 work rate. This is what you want as a centre midfielder. Now, I was going to look a bit in Bekovic in, but after Bekovic's loan, I'm just going to keep Zen, bloody hell, I'm having an absolute mare. Sven Bender in the team and not sign Bekovic, but I'm going to keep him for a season, but I think that's a cracking signing for 2 million quid. Next one is the money signing. Imbolo. Now, everyone knows about this guy. He's a fantastic young player with a lot of potential, and I'm hoping that he can get us a lot of goals as well for us. He's doing very well at international level, scoring a few goals. He hasn't scored many goals for me yet, but if you look at his stats all round, he's got pace, he's got power, and I know he develops into a fantastic player. 12.5 million, he's already worth 15, so we're already up if we sold him on now. As you see there, wonder kid. I think he's going to be a fantastic signing for the club. And the main reason I signed him as well, because at a later date I'm going to look at getting rid of Jonas. Purely and simply because I don't think he works out that well. He's playing well, but he's 31 now. He has got us a few goals, but Barbosa has been a revelation up top, and then we've also got Djokovic coming through as well. I really want to develop. So as you see here, got a lot of strong team now, a strong squad with a lot of young players. Some older players' experience as well. Like Lucio, I'll probably sell on towards the end of the season. But going back to transfers, so there you can see the squad. Pause the video if you want to have a quick look at the squad. I'm quite happy with that so far. Obviously, that's not including players that are currently injured, because I like to just have players that are available so I know what's going on. The next one is something that I found, and I didn't. Well, I not found. I knew it was there in terms of getting to it into fantasy transfers. But we've got some signings coming in that we obviously pre-made on a game that I never knew of. So let's get into it. First one, this guy in from Andre in from Sporting Lisbon from the Rivals. Looks a reasonable player. He's pacey, good flair, good off the ball. Good value for wanting to sell him on, 6 million quid. Got him coming on a free transfer. Buzzing about that. I didn't even realise. I was like, yes, I'll take that. Pace hearing, I love a bit of pace. Next one. This guy. I've never heard of him before in any of my FM saves, so if he does come good, please guys leave a comment, 'cause I've never heard of him. But looking at his stats, he looks very good. But talking about that, I'm going to get a scout report on him. See what my scout says. There we go. Get back to his stats, sorry. So as you see, it looks strong all back. You know, as we know, we've had a few injuries at centre mid, and I do want to strengthen that area. So potentially a good player. So I don't know much about him. So if you do have any comments, please drop them below. I would love to get a bit of feedback on him. The next one, loving this guy. On a free transfer, becomes one of the best keepers on the game. I've got him on Man United save that I do offline, and he's absolutely fantastic. He develops into one of the best keepers on the game, and we're dying for a keeper. He's 23. This is a guy who could be our keeper for the next 4, 5, even 10 years potentially. So I'm absolutely buzzing we got this guy on a free transfer. Tottenham coming for him, PSG coming for him, and also I think it was Arsenal coming for him. But you managed to secure him, offered him key player. I think I offered him about 43k wages because that's what he wanted. As you can see there, he's got good stats for his club so far, keeping 10 clean sheets in the Liga. So he's playing a lot of football as well. So hopefully when he comes next season, after a few more games, he's going to develop much more as well. So I'm very, very happy about getting Raul in. Very happy. Next one in. So, now this guy, fantastic. Another player that develops. He hasn't been playing a lot at Atletico. He's been playing a lot as a sub. But he's got strong all-round stats all across the board, so from your physicals to your mentals to your technicals. Again, I think he's going to could turn into a fantastic centre midfielder that could potentially play with Rito Sanchez in centre midfield. I've got a few other tactics that I've uploaded to my save that I'm going to use and try and implement, because I normally just stick with one tactic and then just adjust it between attack and counter. But I want to try a few other things on this save in terms of different tactics and see if they work, especially with all the signings that we're bringing in. So I think that's a fantastic signing again on free transfer, only 21. No caps for Spain at the moment, but I'm sure once he joins me, he will get a few caps. And then obviously we've got Lincoln coming in 2 years. And I don't know if you noticed his last scene, but I've got this guy in on a free transfer as well. Potential becomes an absolute wonder kid if you train him properly. So I'm very happy to have him in the locker as well. So overall, the squad's looking very, very strong now. I'm going to have to make some tough decisions towards the end of the season, because even though you can have 30 players in the league, I only really want to work with 25 because that's what the Champions League works with. So it'll be a lot of, when it comes to the end of the season, I'm going to be doing a lot of transfers and just choosing the right players. And I might even send a few of the youngsters out on loan to try and develop, especially players like, I don't know, I'll probably keep Sukovic, but other players that, I need to sell out on loan to get a bit of development on loan for a couple of seasons, then hopefully they'll come back and they'll be even stronger. So let's just go through our form since we last spoke. Now, we've obviously played a lot of games, so I'll quickly fire through it, and we'll go from there. So, last one there was a 3-1 win. As you can see there, we've been on some very good form. First game there in the league, 1-0, Barbosa. We followed that up with another 2-0 away win. Barbosa and Nelson, the right back, getting on the score sheet. Again, another clean sheet, so very happy with those two results there. We followed that up with a nice 4-0 win in the Cup. Barbosa hat-trick and an Oggy. So very happy again. Then another 2-0 win at home in the league. As you can see there, Jonas and Rito Sanchez getting on the score sheet. We followed up by the game we were meant to come back for, but I just got too excited. With an own goal and a Jonas again, 2-0 against the rivals. And while we're on the rivals, you will not believe who's their manager. I'll let you just pause and think. Wait for it. It's coming. Oh. Alright, that didn't work there. But still wait for it. There it. David Moyes! David Moyes! Porto sat their manager and brought in David Moyes. Admittedly, they've actually improved since he's come in terms of their game. They've actually picked up in the league massively, but he hasn't beat me so far. I can't get beat by David Moyes. I might as well just turn off the game. So there we go. David Moyes is at Porto. So beat those 2-0. Followed that up with a 3-1 win at home. Barbosa just banging bet and Tarabat. I thought we'd give him a game to try and get him on the transfer list, but no one come in for him, so I stuck him back down to the reserves. I don't really like what he's got a bit of talent, but he's not a player for me. Followed up with a 4-0 win at home. Carvalho, Djukovic and Zukovic. Lovely 4-0 win. We followed that up by a 2-0 win in the league. Sanchez and Sukovic on the score sheet. It's good to see the youngsters keep getting on the score sheet. Fantastic 6-2 win in this one. Again, not such a big team in the league, but it's another win in the cup. Barbosa with a hat-trick again. Rodrigo, and then 2 of the new signings getting on the score sheet as well. Very good to see. Very happy with that. Then the winning form come to an end to a draw against Sporting Lisbon. They're actually second in the league at the moment, so I was quite happy we got a draw in the end because they play much better than us in this game. I probably made a few tactical errors in terms of who I started, but hey-ho, it's 2-2. It's not a loss to the rival. We take that. We followed that up with a 3-0 win. Subotic with 2 goals to centre-back. 2-point minute, the bargain. With a Barbosa goal again. As you can see, Barbosa scored a lot of goals for the team. I've decided to play him as the advance forward rather than out wide. Even though he's playing out wide, front forward he just seems to have more impact getting forward. He's just getting more goals. He's having more effect on the team as well. He's got a lot of assists in these games as well. After that, we followed up with a 1-0 win in the league. Zukovic on the score sheet again. The guy's just banging him in, and that's another reason to move Barbosa up front. So I can play Zukovic on one bin, Gaetan on the other, and that's another reason why I'll probably end up selling Jonas, just because he's older now. Even though his stats are very good, I believe I've got a lot of strong youngsters that can help the team massively. We followed that up then with a 5-1 win in the cup. Very happy with that. It's actually the first leg of the Portuguese Cup. So 5-1, happy with it. Barbosa with 2 again. Sanchez, Gaetan and Subotic. Then a disappointing result. We had all this good form right from the Lakers game, and then we lost 1-0. To be honest, in this game, it was purely a matter of we didn't score enough goals. And we just not score enough goals. We clearly didn't score enough goals, but in terms of just creating the chances, there weren't any clear-cut chances, and even the chances we did have, we didn't take advantage of. So very disappointing result in the league, and they actually pulled Sporting back. So what I'm going to do now, guys, our next one we're going to come back for, I promise you this time, is going to be the Porto game against David Moyes in the League Cup semi-final, followed by the first leg of the Champions League against Arsenal, which I'm quite looking forward to. Hopefully some of the new signs that have changed. Obviously I couldn't put all of them in there because you can only register 2 players that have played in the Champions League before on the regulations. So I've got a couple in there, but a couple won't play. So for example, I can't play him in the Champions League, which is disappointing because he's playing very well. Another player I'd just like to quickly mention, he actually come back from injury and then he's gone injured again. I don't know if it's just a thing with him, he's very injury prone. His natural fitness is 15. He come back, he's come back, he played 1 game in the reserve and then got flipping injured again. What I did notice though, he's got high value. I'll probably end up selling him in the summer because I reckon if I get 20 million for him, he could be a fantastic signing for another club. And it also gives us a bit of transfer kit to play with to bring in a big superstar in midfield. So guys, thanks very much for watching. Please smash the like if you like this video. I'll hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, thanks for watching and we'll speak soon. Take care.